10-2 all-time at home versus NU. And again, earlier this season in Evanston, the Wildcats were beaten by Penn State 65-61. We're set to go. Vukovic up against Jamel Geary Claxton in the ball to Penn State. Mike Adamle alongside Greg Kelser. We are underway here at the Bryce Jordan Center. Northwestern and Penn State. And Claxton quickly throws the ball away, intended for Jamel Cornley. Head coach Bill Carmody in his 6th season at NU, an aggregate record of 81-92, but you consider what he's had to work with over the years. He's had singular stars, but never a great team.
You noticed early that Northwestern surprisingly opening up in a man-to-man defense. To no one's surprise, Penn State showing the 1-3-1 zone. Certainly against Northwestern in that zone, you want to make sure you keep pressure on the basketball and locate the shooters on the outside.
That was Craig Moore missing for the outside for Northwestern. Ed DeChellis in his 3rd season as head coach at Penn State here, 29-54. What a job he has done this year. Last year they were 1-15 in conference play. This year they've won 5 conference games for the first time in 4 years. That time, Luber throws the ball away. Here's the man we were talking about, Muhammad Ashad, with a breakaway steal and layup.
Northwestern mixing it up. That time they went zone with Ashad out on the front of that zone like he is right now. They like to trap. Ashad is perfect for this type of defense because he's got the quick hands, he's a great anticipator, and he already has a steal and a run out.
And you played great defense against the Badgers the other night on Thursday, and they're doing the same, picking up where they left off here against Penn State. Luber for 3 over Vedran Vukovic.
Nice job by Luber not to be distracted with Vukovic jumping right in his face on the jump shot.
Northwestern 2nd in the Big Ten in both assist to turnover ratio and turnover margin.
Helping to mitigate their lack of rebounding. Northwestern not a good rebounding basketball team, and Penn State knows it.
Craig Moore again before the game. Chellis was talking to his troops about watch number 20. He's strictly a catch-and-shoot guy. That's exactly what Craig Moore has done twice, but he's misfired on both those 3-point attempts. Cornley from inside.
Cornley is listed at 6'6". Now that's undersized for a forward in the Big Ten. But let me tell you something, Cornley is strong, maybe one of the strongest interior players pound for pound in this conference, having a whale of a freshman season. I don't think it's even close that he'll win the Big Ten Freshman of the Year award.
Tim Doyle passing cross court to Craig Moore. Moore can't get a handle on it. Out of bounds, ball to Penn State.
Look how high out Ashad is on this half-court zone trapping pressure.
And in Columbus, this one's a final now. Ohio State beats Michigan to up their record to 10-4 in conference play from the corner. Claxton misses. Rebound Northwestern. Here comes Doyle bringing the ball up for the Cats. Bernard Cote from his favorite spot. A couple games ago against Ohio State, he couldn't make that. That one he drained.
Had he made at least 2 more against Ohio State, they may have been able to pull off that upset in Columbus. But Cote will get that shot. It's there for him all the time. He has to shoot it with confidence. Has to be a good omen, perhaps, for him to knock this one down early.
Travis Parker getting double-teamed, and he is guilty of the travel. Another Penn State turnover here early on.
Now, if you've seen Northwestern at all, you know they like to play a deliberate style. They really spread the floor, a lot of back cutting, a lot of screening. They look to get layups. And for a deliberate offense, they're really fun to watch. But you have to look off the ball to appreciate what they're able to do. The movement is usually always there and consistent.
And we got a foul away from the basketball. Foul on if you look at the Big Ten standings, Penn State and Northwestern both with 5 conference wins. Penn State with the extra loss. And again, Northwestern playing tough zone defense and turning it into points. Tim Doyle with the layup.
Now, don't go to sleep on Northwestern thinking that they will not run. If you turn it over, they will run. That is their invitation to get it up and down the floor.
Claxton going cross court. Here's Travis Parker with the jump shot.
That was great ball movement.
To tie the game at 7.
Right, that was great ball movement, that is, against that scrambling half-court pressure. But you got to have that if you're Penn State. You can't hold it. You got to move it, and you got to try and find the open slots if you're without the basketball.
Vukasic at the top of the circle, moving to his right. Back cross court to Doyle from three-point range. He nails it. And hitting 3 points on the road, that's crucial if you're playing in this Big Ten Conference.
Absolutely. You may have heard me say during our Star Watch that Vukasic is the engine. He's the catalyst for all that is positive in this Northwestern offense. You noticed a moment ago, he got the assist on that skip pass over to Doyle.
Northwestern 2 of 5 from beyond the arc so far. Here's Parker for 3. This guy has such a sweet touch. In his last 6 games, 17 of 28 from three-point range for senior Travis Parker.
I watched Parker shoot it in practice, and it became monotonous. He just kept knocking down three-pointer after three-pointer. So clearly, it's something that he has worked on. He takes great pride in it.
Penn State forcing the turnover. David Jackson with the shot. Here's the Wildcats in transition. Something that Penn State will be concerned about later today.
Sure, the Nissan Altima is attractive, but we just turned up the heat. Introducing the 2006 Nissan Altima with the Special Edition package. 14 of our most popular options. Lease the Nissan Altima with the Special Edition package for $209 per month. $209 per month? Did it just get hot in here?
Who's the most convenient bank in America? U.S. Bank. The one with full-service branches in more states, more ATMs in more convenient places, and more 24-hour banking options, both over the phone and online at usbank.com. Best of all, everything we do is backed by our one-of-a-kind 5-star service guarantee. U.S. Bank is proud to be the official bank of the Pac-10 and the official bank of the Big Ten.
Before you go here, before you attempt this, and before you even think about going there, you need to go here. Cooper Discoverer Tires, built to take you just about anywhere. Cooper Tires, don't give up a thing. Go to coopertire.com for more information and a dealer near you.
With 14:34 remaining here in the first half, Northwestern and Penn State tied at 10. The Wildcats, we mentioned, coming off a win against Wisconsin. I'm Mike Adamle along with Greg Kelser, and one of the things that they do, and you talked about it in the opening of our show today, Vedran Vukasic. He's the straw that stirs the drink for NU.
Not just because he's the Big Ten leading scorer, he's also a terrific passer. 6'8", can see over the top of the defense. Look what this skip pass does for Doyle. All kinds of time, the size of the shot. No defender anywhere near him. That's too far to cover if you're Jamel Cornley. So Doyle is able to comfortably knock it down, but it started with the passing of Vukasic.
And you saw number 14, Muhammad Ashad, set a screen and kept Cornley from getting to Doyle early.
Anytime you get an opportunity, folks watching today, if Northwestern has the basketball, don't keep your eye on the ball so much. Look off the ball. The way they work to get each other open, the way they find the open spots, the way they set themselves, and the way they're ready to shoot when the ball arrives. Northwestern has a very nice half-court offense.
Right now, it's David Jackson at the line for the Nittany Lions. Coming into this game, averaging a little over 7 points per contest. Junior college transfer who's helped rejuvenate this Penn State squad. So much improved over a year ago.
Fouled over there in the corner. Jackson will get 3 free throws as a result. If you're Northwestern, and really this goes for both teams, When you're trying to close out on a three-point shooter, you must do it under control. The last thing you want to do is get contact and put a guy on the line for 3 free throws.
And Ed DeChellis on the Penn State sideline there, already contemplating the next sequence. Penn State up on top by 3 as Jackson goes 3 for 3 from the line. Now a little pressure defense on the part of the Nittany Lions. They back off. Michael Jenkins, number 5, into the game for NU. Shot clock at 5. Vukacic downtown. Nothing but net.
How do you defend that? You did a great job at Penn State. There was nothing available on the inside for Northwestern. With the shot clock winding down, what did the Wildcats do? Kick it out to Vukacic, who was able to drain a 25-footer.
Parker guarded by Jenkins. That was a mismatch of about 6 inches. Here's Claxton from the corner for 3.
The most improved part of Claxton's game. We know that he's rugged on the inside. We know that he can hit the offensive glass. But now he's added that three-point shot, and that makes him a very, very dangerous player.
Just a sophomore, and if you've watched him, Vukacic's patch inside to Bernard Cote, off his hands, but last touched by Penn State. College hoops coverage from ESPN Plus continues next Saturday with a regional doubleheader. First at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time, the Indiana Hoosiers travel to Ann Arbor to take on the Michigan Wolverines. Then at 4:30 Eastern, either Wisconsin faces Iowa or Illinois battles Michigan State. College basketball on ESPN Plus next Saturday. Check your local listings for availability. Penn State 16-13 here early in the first half. Evan Seacat, number 24 in the game. Here's Vukacic from NBA three-point range, off the front of the rim, but the active Mohammed Hashad grabs the board.
A rare offensive rebound for Northwestern. You got to anticipate the long rebounds on those long shots. We talked about Northwestern last in the Big Ten when it comes to rebounding. So you definitely don't want to give them any extra opportunities.
Here's Hashad. And because of good defense on the part of Penn State, namely Geary Claxton standing in Hashad's way, he loses the basketball. Penn State gets it back.
Well, Hashad is going to have to figure out a way to be effective because as a slasher, that's how he has really turned it up as an offensive player. This zone right now is taking away his slashing ability. You see the turnovers right there. Penn State with 4.
Here's Luber behind the pick. He banks one off the glass. 18-13. Penn State now opening up a 5-point lead on the Wildcats. Seacat cross court. Hashad thought about it. Michael Jenkins driving to the bucket. Loses the basketball on the floor.
They're going to give him the timeout.
He got the timeout. Wildcats call it. Heads up by Michael Jenkins, who's the energizer for this Northwestern team. You know, his line against Wisconsin, he only scored 2 points, but off the bench he was the star. He had 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 blocks, and a steal.
It's key to find a way when you're sitting over there on that bench. How can I come into the game? How can I be effective? Jenkins did a great job of that in helping to get that win for the Wildcats, an upset win even though it was on their home floor. But again, in trying to penetrate just then against the zone by Penn State, you see the ball comes loose. There's just nowhere to go right now. So Penn State getting great distance out of that zone.
And heads up play by Jenkins to call the timeout.
They'll have 14 seconds, so still plenty of time to get a good shot.
The numbers don't astound you, but he is a integral member of this Northwestern team. Shot clock at 14 now. Hashad inbounds the basketball. Here's Jenkins, kicks it out to Vukacic. Another tray.
Well, you know what? That seems to be the one thing that's available right there. That long bomb from Vukacic as the shot clock is winding down. But I think if you're Northwestern, you're going to have to find something else. You can't totally depend on that to beat the shot clock time and again.
NU shooting 50% from beyond the arc, 4 of 8, and Vukasic now moves into 5th place on the Northwestern's all-time scoring list.
He's climbing that list.
Parker inside, nice pass. Travis Parker.
Excellent cut. Important when you're on the weak side, find the opening, call for the basketball. Parker able to do that.
Moving ceremony before the game for the lone senior of this Penn State team. Final regular season game of the year for the Nittany Lions. And Parker has been such a great member of this Penn State team. This time getting the ball back door and putting the Nittany Lions up by 4.
Right now at Red Lobster, choose your 2 favorites from 5 of our most irresistible jumbo shrimp dishes, like Jumbo Scampi, hand-breaded crunch fried, or our new decadent lobster and crab stuffed shrimp. That's Jumbo Shrimp, only at Red Lobster.
Now, from Avacor Hair Regrowth, there's today's Avacor with Boost that gives you visibly thicker hair with the first application. With today's Avacor, you get twice the benefits.
Thinning hair results from toxic degeneration of the hair follicle. Avacor targets the hair follicle to reverse hair loss, improve blood flow, and stimulate new hair growth.
But don't just take our word for it.
I decided to fight back. I tried Avacor because they give a money-back guarantee. In just 3 months, my hair came back. I was amazed.
Well, I'm 72 years old, and I can tell you honestly, I have a fuller, healthier head of hair now than I did when I was 18 years old. Avacor really worked.
And remember, Avacor Boost will improve your hair's appearance the day you receive your order.
Call now and find out how you can get 3 months of Avacor free with your order. Call 1-800-376-8666. That's 1-800-376-8666. 1-800-376-8666.
You've put in the hard work and preparation. Now block out the pressure. Stay focused. Execute the plan. At Oppenheimer Funds, we believe that sticking to your objectives is one of the principles that can help you achieve financial success. Oppenheimer Funds, the right way to invest.
Carefully consider fund investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses. Call your advisor for a prospectus with this and other fund information. Read it carefully before investing.
Right now at Red Lobster, choose your 2 favorites from 5 of our most irresistible jumbo shrimp dishes, like Jumbo Scampi, hand-breaded crunch fried, or our new decadent lobster and crab stuffed shrimp. That's Jumbo Shrimp, only at Red Lobster.
26-1 Duke at Temple today, Sean. J.J. Redick has been held in check. Paulus gets caught up in the air for the Blue Devils, but kicks it out to Dockery for the lob to McRoberts underneath.
Duke 45-35, guys. J.J. Redick 5 points in each night.
All right, thanks, Mike and Sean. Penn State with a 4-point lead here over Northwestern as Vedran Vukasic becomes the 5th all-time leading scorer on the Northwestern list. He passed Cedric Nellums, and look who's number 8.
Our friend Sean Morris. Now, Sean is going to be safe in that 8 slot for quite some while. The next guy threatening him is Muhammad Hashad,
who's 700 points behind.
He's a senior, too. With 4 games guaranteed, he'd need to average 175 a game. He's playing really well.
But not that well.
Well, not quite that well. Sean, you're okay.
You're okay, baby. Gary Claxton going inside. Northwestern thought they had forced the jump ball. Instead, the reach-in foul on number 24, Evan Seacat. 3rd team foul on Northwestern. Just a sophomore, one of just 3 players in the conference who is in the top 10 in both scoring and rebounding. Marco Killingsworth and Paul Davis being the other 2. Jamel Cornley coming into the game. Travis Parker and Ben Luber take a seat for Coach Ed DeChellis. Claxton miss, rebound Vukasic. 5-point Penn State lead. Vince Scott in the game for the Wildcats, number 52. That time, I think the pass was intended for Vukasic inside, stripped away, picked off by Penn State. Back the other way. David Jackson's got it to Claxton.
That zone is becoming more and more of an issue for Northwestern. They cannot run their offense. They can't get their picks and their back cuts because the middle is really clogged. And if you do get a touch in there, defenders collapse to the ball right away. So it's very difficult right now for Northwestern.
Here's Claxton over Hashad, short. Rebound Muhammad, he saves it. Back come the Wildcats.
And guess what? They're going to continue to see zone until they're able to penetrate it. The only thing that's available for them against this zone has been the long three-pointer.
And you can't count on that, especially on the enemy court. Vukasic with the pump fake. Here's Craig Moore. 0 for 3 from three-point range. Somebody forgot to box out Muhammad. Milos Bogatic from behind. Actually, the foul on Vince Scott, number 52, reaching over. Now at Red Lobster, choose 2 of our biggest and best jumbo shrimp dishes, including our new lobster and crab stuffed jumbo shrimp.
That sounds good.
About right now, yeah. Mike Walker inside to Bogatic.
Both these zones making it tough to get opportunities in the painted area.
3 sets on the shot clock. Cornley going to the basket, gets fouled.
Here's the difference, though. For Penn State, you've got Jamel Cornley. He brings a toughness. He, along with Gary Claxton, they really play physical basketball down in that post. So if you're patient, and certainly Penn State was that time, you will eventually be able to get them a little bouncer in there where they can take advantage of that strength.
Freshman of the year, I would think so. Both those marks, 12 points per game, and his rebounds tops among Big Ten freshmen. I haven't seen really anybody close.
Nah, he's putting it all together out of Columbus, Ohio. Man, how did he ever escape that state?
Everybody thought he was a tweener, Greg. And what they didn't realize is he's not only powerful, but a very athletic guy. And this bodes well for the future. A sophomore and a freshman, Gary Claxton and Jamel Cornley. A look at their numbers this season.
One is 6'6". That would be Cornley. Claxton 6'5".
Sterling Williams now in the game for Northwestern. Penn State's pressure looks like it's starting to bother the Cats. Vukasic gets Claxton off his feet and is able to draw the foul. As far as underclassmen on the roster, Penn State leading the way in the Big Ten. And the key thing there is, Greg, these are quality underclassmen too.
Right, exactly.
A team that was 1-15 in Big Ten conference play a year ago, Ed DeChellis, has turned things around. There's that old saying that you have to crawl before you walk and walk before you run. Last year they were crawling. This year they're starting to walk a little bit. And I think in the near future they will be on the run. The Penn State Nittany Lions. Bernard Cote at the line for the Cats. His first free throw attempt off the iron.
You know, I was really looking forward to this game because how often is it this late in the Big Ten season that a game between Northwestern and Penn State is meaningful?
Meant something.
Oh, so much on the line here. Both teams over 500, hoping to get into the postseason via the NIT, of course, at Big Ten tournament, and the seeding there important. So this is a very, very meaningful game and a good one so far.
Nice inside cut by Travis Parker. Claxton got him the ball. Parker draws the foul and loses a shoe. Foul on number 24, Evan Seacat, his second. If it were today, this is how the tournament would look. Minnesota with the 8th seed would play Northwestern. Penn State is currently the 10th seed at 5-9. They would draw Indiana, a team that they split against so far this season. And Michigan State would have to play on Thursday as well, drawing Purdue.
For the first time, you know, Michigan State's the only team in the conference that has not had to play on a Thursday since the Big Ten tournament was instituted back in 1998. In jeopardy of breaking that long streak.
A lot depends with their remaining games. Silk McSweeney in the game now for Geary Claxton. Junior from Hallandale, Florida, transfer from Towson University.
When McSweeney comes into the game, and he'll play against the ball right now in their full court trap. But you have to watch him from three-point land, shooting a mighty hot ball.
Here's Doyle with another misdirected pass, another turnover. Not for Doyle, but a misdirected pass on the part of the Cats, intercepted by Penn State. They lead by 9. Doyle with the steal. Going with his left hand.
Excellent play, and something that Penn State needed. This thing was starting to get away a little bit. And get a bucket off your defense. An easy transition bucket, something that this Penn State, that this Northwestern offense sorely was lacking.
Cats down by 7 and about to bring Muhammad Hashad, who was given a rest by Bill Carmody, back into the game. Penn State 7 points off of turnovers.
Let's see if Northwestern can finally get something going in the paint area. They've got Jenkins back out there. He's a good penetrator. One thing for sure, though, if the ball gets in there, you got to make a quick decision. Either shoot it or kick it out to someone open. You're not going to have a lot of time to hesitate with the basketball in the paint area. Penn State's collapsing defense, far too strong for that.
Shot clock at 6, and that pass was picked off again.
I could have picked that off. That hung up there for a while.
That's the 3rd time they've done that. Seven turnovers for NU, and a big three-point play by David Jackson gives the Nittany Lions a 10-point lead.
Penn State has greater balance in their offense because they are making Northwestern have to respect their interior players, and that's what's opening up easy shots on the outside.
Vukasic up and in after the nice first step.
He's good. He is so good, folks.
6'8" senior from Split, Croatia.
And he uses that length, too. Able to get the shot up with the long arms, fully extended up over the defense. Could become the first player to lead the Big Ten from Northwestern since 1951. What year did you go to Northwestern?
1951. Here's Vukasic again for 3.
He may have to just take it over.
He's single-handedly carrying this Northwestern team right now.
Exactly, and he may just have to do that in order to keep them close. He's trying to get his teammates involved, but finding it hard to get someone to step up. So Vukasic, the senior, getting it done.
Northwestern a creditable 5 of 11 from three-point range. McSweeney to Bogatic. Milos Bogatic, a fellow Serbian working against the Serbian, his countryman Vedran Vukasic. Milos has given Ed DeCella some quality minutes off the bench. He's got a big body.
Once again, though, we speak to the balance. Penn State is finding it. They're not just an outside shooting team. They're getting it inside enough to keep Northwestern honest.
Jenkins back out to Vukasic. Sterling Williams now. 5 seconds on the shot clock. They better get up in a hurry. Michael Jenkins, high arcing shot off the iron. Rebound Penn State. Good defense on the part of the Nittany Lions.
They're never going to come out of that zone. Northwestern's not giving them a good reason to come out. You're right.
Williams picking off the errant shot. Here come the Cats. They trail by 7. Vukasic inside to Bernard Cote.
Nice.
They need more plays like that in the paint.
Yeah, and Vukasic making it happen. He was able to draw a couple of defenders that time and spoon feed his teammate for an easy basket. We said most that happens positive out of their offense is because of Vukasic. 8 points for Northwestern in the paint.
Something of a surprise.
Yeah. Well, remember, 2 of those came. As a matter of fact, 3 of those have come in transition. So it's not like they're getting it done out of the half court.
Right. Good point, Greg. Mike Walker taking advantage of his speeds, but he's guilty of the charge. Travis Parker trying to lead the way as the sole senior of this Penn State team.
Born into royalty, threatened by evil. What doesn't kill her will make her stronger, faster, colder. Unleash the warriors within. Cameo, Elements of Power. Rated T for Teen.
Sure, the Nissan Altima is attractive, but we just turned up the heat. Introducing the 2006 Nissan Altima with the Special Edition package. 14 of our most popular options. Now, lease the Nissan Altima with the Special Edition package for $209 per month. $209 per month? Did it just get hot in here?
They fire the coals with precision, mixing sauces, marinades, and rubs in secrecy. They are barbecue fanatics in search of perfect taste. But perhaps starting with better pork is the real secret. Cargill worked with customers to create more marbled cuts of pork. With special feeds and selection techniques, we achieve the tenderness people craved and a taste as classic as those who cook it. This is how Cargill works with customers.
Okay, keep your eye on the road. Put it in second. Okay, you can do this. I know you can do this.
A lot of life happens in your car. That's why Conoco and Phillips 66 Quality Pro Clean gasolines help clean your engine as you drive, so you can focus on more important things. Life happens between empty and full. Conoco and Phillips 66, recognized as top tier by leading automakers.
Illinois, Indiana, senior day here at Penn State, and a lone senior of this Nittany Lions squad, Travis Parker. He's had an outstanding career getting the official letter blanket from head coach Ed DeChellis. Looking downright regal, Greg Kelser.
Absolutely, playing
the Lion King.
I mean, you talked about it earlier, last 6 games, 18 points per.
That was his mom, Carolyn, getting a standing ovation from his teammates. There's a kiss from mom, hug from mom. Proud of you, son. Dad, Ray. First junior college transfer player that Penn State has signed in over 2 decades. Think they'll go the JUCO route again?
If they can find another Parker, I would certainly recommend it. And he's not, he's multifaceted. Can play the trumpet, team comedian.
Definitely a team leader. Northwestern, the shot by Craig Moore. He needs to start connecting from 3-point range because that's why he's in the ball game.
Look at Cornley working inside for position, being guarded by Cote.
Parker's now got it. Here's a mismatch. Craig Moore on him. Parker kicks it out to Cornley. Won't go. Rebound. Claxton. He's fouled by Michael Jackson, and he'll go to the line after this timeout from State College.
Why are we wearing these outfits?
I thought we should practice our Irish step dancing to celebrate the St. Patrick's Day season.
We're cooking now.
Ow! Maybe all we need for St. Patrick's Day is our Guinness.
Ouch! All we need is Guinness. Brilliant! Brilliant!
Enjoy Guinness Draft responsibly during the St. Patrick's Day season.
First American Funds is pleased to announce that in 2005, we lived up to our name twice. Ask your financial advisor what can happen when strategy meets strength. First American Funds. You should carefully consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses before investing. Call 800-677-FUND for a prospectus containing this and other information about the funds. Please read it carefully before investing.
Here at Safe Auto, we provide immediate coverage every day and every night.
Now, he works second shift, so the only time he can call us is after work, around midnight. But since we're here 24/7, it's not a problem.
No matter what time it is, we'll help you stay legal for less.
She's a working mom. She can only call after the kids are asleep when other companies are closed.
Do you need affordable minimum coverage? We're ready when you are.
1-800-SAFE-AUTO. Safe, Safe Auto.
Recently, Louisville's mortgage market has seen an increase in predatory lending practices, such as attempts to sell property at inflated prices, unreasonably high interest rates, high-pressure tactics, and knowingly lending more than a borrower can repay. Buying or refinancing a home is one of the most important financial decisions you'll ever make, and the First Time Home Buyers Alliance is ready to help you get a nice home and a great loan. Contact us at 502-326-2998 for more information on how to be a smart consumer, not a victim of predatory lending.
Mike Gleason, Sean Morris coming up on the Nissan Halftime Report. The Buckeyes solidifying their spot.
They really have. They put themselves in the driver's seat. We'll also take a look at J.J. Redick and his pursuit of history, and a big win for Arkansas on the road in Knoxville.
Halftime with the mayor of Evanston. I almost said Evansville. Mayor of Evanston.
They better demand a recall if that's the case.
All right, it's coming up in a few minutes. Mike and Greg.
All right, thanks, Mike and Sean. Heck, Sean, I voted for you for mayor of Evanston. Right now, the Wildcats, Penn State trailing. They're leading by 5, and before the break, or during the break, there's the president of Penn State University, Dr. Graham Spanier, doing the electric slide, being reduced to the role of janitor today.
Has there ever been a time when the phrase, keep your day job, was more
poignant than right there? I like people who are not afraid to make fun of themselves.
Absolutely. Good atmosphere here at the Bryce Jordan Center.
And why not? Penn State with a 7-point lead with 2:58 remaining here in the first half. All important game for both these basketball teams. We talked about the upcoming Big Ten tourney. There's also the National Invitational Tournament, which people believe that Penn State and Northwestern would both be worthy should they get another win. Here's Corley, the turnaround jump shot over Vukasic. Badrin plays defense as well.
And rebounds the basketball. So important to atone for that turnover. His third from that same spot, trying to pass over the top of the defense. He is telegraphing his passes, therefore making it easy for Penn State to defend.
One thing Penn State's done a great job so far is shutting down his shot.
Yeah. That zone has erased him from this offense because he can't cut, he can't slash, he can't dribble, penetrate.
Jenkins with the penetration in among the tall trees. He had no chance of making anything there. Coming up at halftime, we'll tell you how the Buckeyes rolled at home over Michigan to improve to 10-4 in Big Ten Conference play. And J.J. Redick already making history, chases history again, and a big win for the Arkansas Razorbacks. Mike Gleason and Sean Morris will have it all at halftime. Travis Parker leading the way for Penn State with 9 points. Here's Claxton inside. Nice defense by Craig Moore. Knocked out of bounds by Northwestern. pace and tempo of the game is slowed down somewhat. Greg Moore guilty of the infraction there, his second foul of the game. And that will send Gary Claxton to the line for Coach Ed DeChellis.
Once again, the biggest difference as I see it, when Penn State is on the offensive end, you've got Cornley, you've got Claxton, you've got Parker really working inside, forcing Northwestern to have to pay attention to the paint area, so their offense is getting more balanced. When they do have to kick it out, well, they're getting better looks. On the other end, you've got Northwestern. They really don't have that post presence that you have to respect. So their defense right now is forcing Northwestern out on the perimeter, and I mean way out on the perimeter, and it's making it very difficult for them to find offensive consistency.
Claxton gives the Nittany Lions a 9-point lead with 1:38 remaining here in the first half. Vedran Vukasic leading the way with 11 points for Northwestern, but he has been their sole story on offense.
I don't know how much Northwestern really gets to practice against zone defenses, because not a lot of teams in the Big Ten play zone. But right now, Penn State is very effective. And you see right now where Northwestern is being forced to have to play from. Way outside.
Here's a shot, yeah. Catch and shoot, and he misses. Here's Claxton against Jenkins, taking advantage of the 6-inch in height advantage. Let's take a look at our assist leaders, brought to you by Cargill. Collaborate, create, and succeed. Jeff Horner of Iowa atop the list. Ben Luber of Penn State, 7th. And Gary Claxton going to the line again.
He wasn't about to give the ball up when he found little Michael Jenkins on him. He decided, you know what?
Well, you know,
at 6'5", it's rare that I'm going to have a 7-inch height advantage. I'm going with this.
You know, he's so used to being the undersized guy, he's got to take it.
Yeah.
Michael, I'm sorry about this, but I got to...
Nothing personal.
Yeah. I got to posterize you. Now Claxton gives Penn State a 10-point lead. We're under a minute here. He'll take a seat and probably stay there for the remainder of this half. And when you have to break the pressure with passes like that, no good can come of it.
Hey, take your hat off to Penn State's defense. They have really been tough in their zone, and they're forcing Northwestern truly out of their element.
Here's an advanced look at upcoming games, brought to you by Advance Auto Parts. For the best parts, people, and price, we're ready in advance. For Northwestern, they've got a date at home with Ohio State, and then later Minnesota. Then it's on to the Big Ten tournament for Penn State at Iowa, their final regular season game of the year, and that is going to be tough on the Nittany. Tournament resume for the NIT for Northwestern. Of course, big wins against Iowa and Wisconsin, 4-0 in games decided by 3 or less points. I guess I'm sure they'd be a worthy adversary, but they need one more win, don't you think, Greg?
I do. And to Penn State's credit, if they can win today, they guarantee themselves at least a 500 season, which would make them eligible for the NIT.
We'll take a closer look at their tournament resume in the second half. But Penn State definitely a young team on the rise with Ed DeChellis, good young players. David Jackson, part of that rebuilding program, junior college. Penn State, 13 wins overall, 5 in the Big Ten this year. They've averaged, over the last 4 years, just 7 wins overall. So an indication of the good thing and positive things that are happening here in State College from a basketball standpoint.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see the adjustments that Bill Carmody will make in the halftime locker room in order to get his team back into their flow. Get his team. We haven't seen any layups, and when you're used to, if you're used to watching Northwestern's half-court offense, they usually get layups.
The shot getting fouled. Silk McSweeney grabbed his arm. Michael Jenkins taking a seat on the Northwestern bench. Under 10 seconds to go. Time for one final shot for the Wildcats before they head into the locker room. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Aaron shot by Craig Moore, and Penn State will take a 35-25 lead into the locker room at halftime. As we send it back to the studio, we'll go back to join Mike Gleason and Sean Morris for this Nissan halftime report. They've got a full schedule for you. Guys, take it away.
All right, thanks a lot, Mike. Off to Columbus. Buckeyes, Wolverines. Brent Petway, 11 rebounds. And this flush, but they're down 3.
Ohio State tough at home. Nice skip pass over the top by Ron Lewis. J.J. Sullinger squares his feet and knocks down the 3. Hits 47% from behind the arc. And then Terrence Styles, we've talked about what he means offensively. He says, get that out. He's defending his home turf there in Columbus.
Styles with a double-double. J.J. Sullinger, the only other Buckeye in double figures. They didn't shoot exceptionally well. He had 13. But the Buckeyes, the bottom line is they win it by 10, 64-54. Horton, 12 points, 4 for 16 after scoring 39 on Tuesday night.
Well, Jaquel Foster, we saw him shut down Maurice Ager earlier in the year. Did a wonderful job on Daniel Horton today, coming off that 39-point performance. But once again, Terrence Styles inside the story as Ohio State was able to overcome some very poor shooting early on.
Now, when it's time to pick first team all-conference, do you go with Dials now? I mean,
well, he's making a late push because of what he's meant. 5 straight double-doubles. He's going to have a lot of competition on that front line. But Ohio State right now has to feel very good about where they are.
You know, it's interesting. Back in October, we're talking about that great recruiting class Thad Matta has coming in next year. And he said, that's next year. I want these guys to know that this is my team. I care about them. And here they are, 10-4, 21-2.
Well, they certainly made sure that they got that memo because Ohio State is playing very well. I think they're in the driver's seat right now. They've overlooked what happened last year. They've kept their focus on the task at hand, much like they did a year ago, where I think Thad Matta did as good a job as anyone in the country. They didn't have anything to play for. They still won 20 games. This year, avoid looking ahead as well. And Terrence Styles has really put Ohio State in the driver's seat. 5 consecutive double-doubles for the senior, averaging over 20 points per ball game during that course of time. 57% field goal shooting. Really won the game single-handedly last weekend for them versus Northwestern when the 3-point shooting went south. So Ohio State, they have to go to Northwestern, which has been a roadblock, and then they close out the season at home against Purdue. So Thad Matta and the Buckeyes have to feel very good about where they are right now.
Iowa playing later, so you know the Hawkeyes were watching that one from Champaign. Coming up on the Nissan Halftime Report, #1 Duke steps outside the AC, heads for Temple. And that's a tight ball game. Arkansas has been hot lately, but can they bring enough of the heat of that Razorback red to overtake the Tennessee Orange?
Golf Digest is going to cure your slice now and for free.
And that's a guarantee.
Introducing the breakthrough video, Cure Your Slice Now, and it's free with your paid subscription to Golf Digest magazine. In this video, top PGA instructor Chuck Cook shows you the 7 key phases of the swing and gives you his proven method for better control and longer, straighter drives. And here's our guarantee. If Golf Digest and Cure Your Slice Now doesn't cure your slice and improve your game, cancel and keep the video free.
Golf Digest is your source for golf.
Every month in Golf Digest, you get easy-to-follow tips and instruction from the best teachers and players in golf. Information on the top equipment, the best places to play, thought-provoking commentary. You also get this removable Pocket Tips booklet. Call now. Use your credit card and get your first risk-free issue, Pocket Tips booklet and video free. You get 11 more issues for only $19.77. If your game doesn't improve, cancel and keep the video, booklet, and magazine free.
So call 800-543-6200. That's 800-543-6200. Call now.
You know Chevy trucks are the most dependable, longest-lasting trucks on the road. But did you know Chevy Silverado half-ton two-wheel drive crew gets better fuel economy than Ford F-150 Super Crew and has more standard horsepower? Now lease an 06 Silverado half-ton crew cab LT two-wheel drive for around $299 a month. Residency restrictions apply. Call for details. Chevy, America's #1 brand, America's #1 values. See your local Chevy dealer.
Welcome back to the Nissan Halftime Report. Let's go to Philadelphia. Temple hosting #1 Duke. DeMarcus Nelson has picked up his scoring over the last 4 or 5 games. And Duke up by 5.
Where J.J. Redick held in check, other players have to step up. In this case, it's Greg Paulus. He leads the ACC in assists. Here he shows his ability to knock down the 3. And his fellow freshman, Josh McRoberts, with a nice finish at the rim.
J.J. Redick needs 9 for the ACC record. There's 3 of his 7. Right now it's 65-56 Duke. Number 1 and number 2, Duke, North Carolina women. Monique Curry with the sweet layup. Duke down 4.
Here come the Tar Heels. Ivory Latta, way downtown, knocks down the 3. She could find herself injured a little bit later on in the half, has to leave the game with a sprained ankle. All right, back right here, Mike, and well, she's got some distance. Knocks down another 3. That was from Durham.
All right, how about the second half now? Alex Miller with a layup here, and it's 61-44. Carolina cruising right now. Both teams are identical, 25-1 records. Just 4 seconds to go. 77-65. The men play next week.
Well, it's going to be a big battle. This is obviously going to determine seeding in the upcoming women's NCAA tournament.
Let's get back to the men SEC. Rocky Top, Tennessee, Arkansas. C.J. Watson wearing Bernard King's jersey. Watson gets 17. Goes behind the back. It's 49-38. Volunteers on top.
But Arkansas has the conference's leading scorer in Ronnie Brewer. Here, though, he gives it up. Nice finish at the rim for Darian Towns. And then Arkansas off the bounce. Eric Ferguson hits the floater in the lane. Big win for Stan Heath and the Razorbacks. I think they secured an NCAA bid.
Third straight, Mike Gansey, West Virginia, taking on Louisville. Pops the 2. Mountaineers by 1.
The Taekwon Dean averaging 16, but here hits 2 of his 25 as he attempts to keep Louisville close. But Kevin Pittsnoggle, you think about 3-point shooting, he's 9 of 9 from inside the arc today on his way to 21.
Yeah, just 1 for 6 from outside, and they go on to win it by 4. That's most important. Vedran Vukusic, 11 points in the first half, averaging 19-8 for the season. They trail the Nittany Lions by 10.
The moment of truth, a choice to get up and keep on fighting. It's not about hype. You can't read it on paper. It's the second a team decides to believe. Seasons change, as do the faces, but the moment lies in wait, like the first trace of snow. The NCAA Championships on ESPN, celebrating 100 years of the student athlete, the NCAA Centennial.
Think about it. That's a complex task. I mean, to really think about it. Northwestern University provides a collaborative community that helps individuals think about it. We develop critical thinkers, thinkers who are leading us to the future. Northwestern University. Think about it.
Who's running it now? Come on. Who's running it now? Yeah. It's the Big Ten. Welcome to the big stage. Give it your all or get cut like a quick fade. One step in the arena, hear the squeak of the sneaker. Your mama proud you made the doubters believers. Yeah, you can't fake it when you make it to the Big Ten. They blocking your big shots and stopping your big men. It's a battleground whenever we come around and let you know the number 1 is the 10. This is it. We're about to see who's running it now. See how we getting up in the crowd. We put it down.
Don't miss Indiana University basketball when the Hoosiers take on the Boilermakers of Purdue. Wednesday night at 8 on WFTE.
Monday on Fox in the Morning.
Wondering what you're going to do with that extra 5 boxes of Girl Scout cookies you bought? We're going to have some unique recipes for you.
And what you're going to do with that extra $1? The lottery's got a new game. After cold temperatures this weekend, we've got a pattern change we may be undergoing. Spring could be close. Details starting at 5.
Welcome back to the Nissan Halftime Report. To the Big East, Georgetown snapped a 3-game skid against Rutgers, taking on Syracuse. Jesse Sapp misses the 3. Roy Hibbert snags the offensive rebound and one. It's a 3-point game.
And Georgetown in transition. Nice finish at the rim for Darrell Owens. Then he shows his versatility. Skip pass, the 2-3 zone of Syracuse. Tardy getting out, and he makes him pay from behind the arc.
Hoyas 19 of 25. Jonathan Wallace hits a couple of big ones. Syracuse now 2-9 against top 50 RPI schools. How about George Mason? They cracked the top 25. They lose to Hofstra. Jai Lewis, 6'7", 295, popping it from the outside, dishing it to Tony Skinn. George Mason by 19.
Nice job in transition. A little behind the back pass from Skinn. Lamar Butler, able to get his feet set and knock it down. And the big fella is saying, I got some range in my game, knocking down the 3 for the Patriots. They blow out the Dukes at home.
95's a season high for them. Seton Hall, DePaul, Ron Clark, one hands it. DePaul up by 1.
And then in transition, off the turnover from the Pirates, Jabari Curry to Wilson Chandler. Send it in, young man.
That was nice. Curry now takes the distance, finds Chandler again. Wow. And right now it's a 48-47. Seton Hall really needs that one. They trail by 1. Right now the Cats down by 10. Nittany Lions looking for the sweep this year.
If you're looking for answers from an auto parts store, get ready. Advance Auto Parts is working harder to help you save money by doing it yourself. Get ready for certified experts who are ready to help. Get ready for answers on any project you can easily understand. Get ready for in-depth information from Advanced TV, our exclusive in-store how-to network. Get ready to go from no way to know how. For all the advice you'll ever need, the first place to go is Advanced Auto Parts. We're ready in advance.
They're called tiendas. Thousands of tiny storefronts across Central America that sell food and goods to millions. But delivering refrigerated food to them takes a different approach than for big stores. So Cargill built a creative distribution system, equipping salespeople with icebox scooters and handheld computers to call on the tiendas and deliver the small but essential inventory they need when they need it. This is how Cargill works with customers.
They understand you may not enjoy the car buying experience. So the people at Sam Swope Honda World changed it. 30 minutes or less. All the information you need. That's it. You get an instant low price, monthly payment options, lease versus buying comparison, and full value on your trade-in.
Right now, sign and drive a 2006 Honda Ridgeline RT for only $319 a month.
And you know what? If they didn't have the best price, they wouldn't expect your business anyway. Sam Swope Honda World. Nobody walks away because everybody saves.
Away pushes the Buffaloes up by 6.
And Colorado really needed this win, and Glenn Eddy says, I'm not going to be able to hit it initially, but he cleans up the loose ball and finishes at the rim.
Say that?
He finishes at the rim. He did. I heard him say that. And Richard Roby in transition. Nice job of finishing for Colorado.
All right, Roby again inside. The Buffaloes go to 18-7 with the victory. It's time now for another Xbox Game with Fame. Memorable moments in Big Ten tournament history. Kyle Galloway plays the hero.
He steps to the line for the Iowa Hawkeyes against the Golden Gophers. Galloway knocks it down from Sioux City. Iowa, homegrown product, and he's able for Iowa to get the win on our Xbox, a Game with Fame.
Back in 2000, he was 11 for 11 from the line in that tournament. Travis Parker, senior day. Nittany Lions senior has 9 in the first half, helping the Lions build that 10-point lead over the Cats. Enjoy the second half.
When agility gets down with utility, it's worth a closer look. Torrent, a new crossover from Pontiac, designed for action.
Own a timeshare or campground membership? Turn it into cash.
Timeshares Only got us our full asking price before our next monthly payment was due.
Timeshares Only is the nation's largest, #1 most successful timeshare agency, representing properties from the biggest names in the industry.
No one sells more timeshares.
Call now and receive a free information kit, including 10 secrets to timeshares. You owe it to yourself to work with the best.
Don't delay. Call 800-464-3216.
Who's running it now? Come on. Who's running it now? Yeah. It's the Big Ten, welcome to the big stage. Give it your all and get cut like a quick fade. One step in the arena, hear the squeak of the sneaker. Your mama proud you made the doubters believers. Yeah, you can't fake it when you make it to the Big Ten. They blocking your big shots and stopping your big men. It's a battleground whenever we come around and let you know the #1 is the 10. This is it, about to see who's running it now. See how we getting up in the crowd, we put it down.
Looking forward to the premiere of an all-new top model? Get more in the mood and catch last cycle's winning finale episode.
This is the beginning of something great for me.
Relive the emotion.
I've never felt so proud of myself.
The drama.
Nicole walked on set and just froze.
And the excitement.
America's Next Top Model is Nicole.
It's America's Next Top Model Cycle 5 finale. Tuesday night at 8 on WFTE. And don't miss an all-new Top Model, premiering Wednesday, March 8th.
Welcome back to the Bryce Jordan Center on the campus of Penn State University as the Nittany Lions have a 35-25 lead over the Northwestern Wildcats. Mike Adamle alongside Greg Kelser. And Greg, it's very apparent that Northwestern needs to figure out something to do with what Penn State's thrown at them from a zone defense standpoint.
Absolutely. They cannot get the ball inside, and no better evidence than the 2 free throws that Northwestern attempts in that first half. Meanwhile, Penn State, 15 free throw attempts. Where Northwestern has been able to be effective is out in 3 land, and most of that coming from Vedran Vukovic with his outside shooting. He needs to shoot the ball more, but they've got to find interior scoring. On the other side, Penn State is the senior, Travis Parker, continuing his fine play along with Garrett Claxton. They too can knock it down from the outside, but to Penn State's credit, they are finding something on the inside.
And Greg, the most telling statistic there, Northwestern just 2 times at the free throw line, 0 for 2, which means they have nobody getting to the basket.
Not happening. So we'll watch to see if there's any adjustments that Bill Carmody has been able to make and will employ in this second half to answer that problem. Penn State, look for them to stay in that zone that was so very good for them throughout the first half.
Our Star Watch update, Vedran Vukovic with 11 points to lead Northwestern. Travis Parker leading his team with 9. Vedran won 4 for 5 shooting. Travis 3 for 4. Parker trying to end his senior home season, his final game here at the Bryce Jordan Center on a high note. Luber. Jackson, guarded by Vukovic. Kick out to Travis Parker. Gets Doyle to leave his feet. And drains 3-pointer just like that.
What did we say? If you're going to close out under control. By flying out there, a simple pump fake by Parker gets rid of the defense, and now he's got a very comfortable shot.
Northwestern has been unable to solve this Penn State zone.
It has made them exclusively a perimeter team all day.
They have them well scouted, too. Travis saw that pass coming a mile away. Jackson's shot, however, misses, and Hashad with the bad pass. Very un-Northwestern-like here.
Well, let's say, again, they've been forced well out of their comfort zone.
They had an emotional win, home win against Wisconsin Thursday night. And you wonder if they might have left some of that emotion on the floor there in Evanston. Ben Luber gets on the scoreboard.
Gotta be careful now. If you are Northwestern, this thing is starting to get away. You're playing sloppy, turning the ball over, and not doing a very good job on the defensive end.
Luber with 7 points. Here's Moore from 3-point range. Hasn't hit a single one. Cote crashing the board. So is a shot. They can't get the offensive rebound. Here comes Penn State. Inside to Cornley. Look how strong he is. It takes 3 guys just to defend the guy. He bounces off of all of them. Travis Parker, the lone senior on this team. Here's what you were talking about.
Yeah, that was Doyle that flew by him. And once Doyle is by, there is no other defensive resistance.
And the proud parents and brother, Ray, the father, Carolyn, the mom, and his brother, Terrell Parker.
Couldn't have asked for a better start to the second half. If you're Penn State, they take the 10-point lead. They get the first 6 points of this half, and you know they're really starting to stretch out, and their defense is only going to get stronger as play wears on.
This is a team that is looking for its 4th win in this month of February, which is, for them, unbelievable. The first time since 2001. Another indication of the direction this Penn State program is heading in. 41-25 Nittany Lions. Evan Seacat for 3. Had a wide open look.
That's why Seacat comes into the game. Though last week in Columbus, he came in and made a difference defensively. He was on the floor when Northwestern made their way back into that game, giving themselves a chance near the end. But he needed to knock down that three-pointer there just to give them some type of offensive success in the set.
Here's Partner in traffic. Knocked out of his hands from behind by Vukasic. Tim Doyle, actually the man who got the hand on that basketball.
Doyle also got the assist on Seacat's basket with the swing pass.
Here's the shot for 3. He has been silenced by the Nittany Lions defense.
Yep. If Hashad can't slash, cut, dribble, penetrate, then he has trouble being effective. And that zone has taken him away from his strong point.
Completely different player than the one we saw against Wisconsin, than the one we saw against Ohio State, who at one point scored 15 straight Northwestern points. He gets it inside there, is forced to pass, throws the ball away. Here's Luber all alone. Penn State doing a real number on the Wildcats. 43-28.
Yeah, that's their first fast break basket in this game. Comes off defense.
8-3 Penn State run. Vadran for 3. Kept alive by Doyle. Doyle's got it again. Gets Luber off his feet over to Seacat. 2 consecutive trays for Evan Seacat.
That was a smart play by Doyle. Doyle is hustling his butt off all over the place. He knocked the ball out, got them the second opportunity. He got the dribble penetration and then kicked it over to Seacat for his second three-pointer.
Doyle, a junior guard from Merrick, New York. Played for St. John's 2002-2003. Here's Jackson in and out. Rebound Cote, Northwestern. Cats are going to need some kind of run to get back in this game. They trailed by 12, 15 minutes remaining. Here's Seacat. Can he make it 3 and 0? Does.
Seacat
got the hot hand.
In doing what he does, he shoots. That's what he does. And right now he is providing that which is very necessary for Northwestern. He's got him back under 10.
Senior from Paoli, Indiana. The shot, and Doyle double teaming Jackson. Luber to Claxton in the corner. Here he had a look. This wouldn't go. But Hashad dribbles the ball out of bounds. Evan Seacat, 3 consecutive trays. He's got Northwestern to within 9.
If you're looking for answers from an auto parts store, get ready. Advance Auto Parts is working harder to help you save money by doing it yourself. Get ready for certified experts who are ready to help. Get ready for answers on any project you can easily understand. Get ready for in-depth information from Advanced TV, our exclusive in-store how-to network. Get ready to go from no way to know how. For all the advice you'll ever need, the first place to go is Advance Auto Parts.
When agility gets down with utility, it's worth a closer look. Torn, a new crossover from Pontiac, designed for action.
Northwestern has come to within 9 points of Penn State, trailing 43-34. Time now for our Guinness game summary, Greg.
Well, right now you've got Northwestern turning the ball over way too much, and they're a team that's second in the league at taking care of it. Vedran Vukovic having his normal, well-rounded game. Penn State getting to the free throw line. Big difference in Travis Parker, the senior, saying
Northwestern on a 9-2 scoring run, however, and the hot hand belongs to Evan Seacat, number 24, not 1, not 2, but 3 trays in a row. Just exactly what Northwestern needed to get back, semi-back in this basketball game. They trail by 9. Double team, Hashad charge for the reach-in. His second.
Now, we featured Muhammad Hashad. Maybe we jinxed him. Because he has, what, 2 points?
Got 2 points, coming off a career high of 25 against Wisconsin Thursday night. When he was virtually unstoppable.
Yeah, and he's got 5 turnovers to go with the 2 points.
Here's Parker for 3. Off the front of the iron, rebound, Claxton. What strength! He grabbed the ball with one hand, was able to push Vedran Vukovic away from his body with the other one. The athleticism of Gary Claxton.
Well, you're talking about one of the best offensive rebounders in the league, in Gary Claxton. He's already established his position. Look at that. It looked like he was the defender blocking out.
Exactly. Gary will go to the line. 9 points, averaging 15.8 coming into today. Just a sophomore from West Haven, Connecticut. And as we mentioned in the first half, was just one of 3 players to be in the top 10 in scoring and rebounding in the Big Ten. And Penn State's got its lead back to double figures.
Seacat staying on the floor because of his shooting ability.
Cote gets hammered from behind. Northwestern scoring defense, second in the conference, but they're also the worst scoring offense, and that's what you get with the Princeton-style offense.
Right, right. Bill Carmody over there just trying to figure it out. Pushing Evan Seacat's button with the basketball right now, just gave it up. And he's been able to answer to the tune of 3 three-pointers, which we showed you a moment ago.
Vedran Vukovic has been quiet so far here in the second half after scoring 11. Here's Seacat. He's had the hot hand. He finally misses. Rebound, Cornley.
They made him rush that one a little bit.
Yeah, if he gets 1,001, 1,002 look, he usually make the shot. That one kicked away by Hashad. Penn State basketball.
Penn State can ill afford to relax. I mean, Northwestern has shown the ability throughout the year to score in spurts.
Mover to Jackson. Claxton inside to a wide-open Cornley. Doyle gets there too late, so does Cote. One of those 2 men guilty of the foul.
Well, zone defense defenses are geared to take away interior activity. And that has been the case at times with Northwestern's zone, as Penn State has tried to get it inside. But I still think the presence of Claxton, the presence of Cornley has really, really helped the outside shooting for Penn State in this game.
Gary Claxton, DeLuber for three. See, that's the case of a guy. I don't get that foul. He went up for the basketball. Cote was just sort of like, not Cote, but Vince Scott was basically motionless.
Well, he was cited that time for getting a piece of the arm and a little bit over the back. A lot of times that's more appearance as it is an actual foul.
But an indication of Geary's leaping ability against a guy who is 6'10".
Yeah, did you notice he had to pick himself up off the floor before he jumped? He was laying down prone, got up and still nearly got that offensive rebound.
Penn State looking to seal the deal. Trapped on Doyle. Vukasic has got it, goes baseline. Underhanded scoop is good. Well, Vader not just an outside shooter.
Yeah. He's been able to work it along the baseline a couple of times in this game.
Northwestern, 10 points in the paint.
They're leading in that department, but Penn State shooting far more free throws because of their presence in the paint.
McSweeney for three. That is a bonus right there for Ed DeChellis. Getting one of your reserves off the bench, but he is a 48% shooter from three-point range.
Yeah, and you have to know that if you're Northwestern. Both teams getting some production from beyond the arc. But if you're Northwestern and McSweeney comes out on the floor, you have to be aware he's a good shooter.
Vukasic gets it inside. Corley gets there late on defense. And he'll get a chance to make it a three-point play when we return to State College.
Why are we wearing these outfits? I thought we should practice our Irish step dancing to celebrate the St. Patrick's Day season. We're cooking now. Ow! Maybe all we need for St. Patrick's Day is our Guinness. Ouch! All we need is Guinness. Brilliant! Brilliant!
Enjoy Guinness Draft responsibly during the St. Patrick's Day season.
Hey, maybe we should stop.
No, let's keep going. You want to keep going, don't you, champ?
A lot of life happens in your car. That's why Conoco and Phillips 66 Quality Pro Clean gasolines help clean your engine as you drive, so you can focus on more important things. Life happens between empty and full. Conoco and Phillips 66, recognized as top tier by leading automakers.
When agility gets down with utility, it's worth a closer look. Torrent, a new crossover from Pontiac, designed for action.
Born into royalty, threatened by evil. What doesn't kill her will make her stronger, faster, colder. Unleash the warriors within. Cameo, Elements of Power. Rated T for Teen.
Mike Gleason, Sean Morris in the ESPN Plus studios. Duke picks up their 27th, but J.J. Redick, the story.
Unbelievable career for that young man. The all-time leading scorer in the ACC. You consider the number of players and the quality players that have come through that conference. That is a wonderful accomplishment for the Duke senior.
So Redick gets it done at the line, 25-90, passing a Dickie Hemrick of Wake Forest, and Duke again, the 27th victory. Mike?
right, thank you, Mike and Sean, and it's with good reason that Greg Kelser picks Duke as one of his #1 tourney seeds, and Reddick is Player of the Year, huh? You like him that much?
Gotta go with him. Every night I look at the television, there's another 35 points and another win. Connecticut solid all year. Villanova, that is a team with a legitimate chance to win it all.
Almost upset the other night by Cincinnati, but that happens during the course of a long season. From behind, Hashad grabbing Luber.
You know, I get a lot of grief for picking Texas, but I think that's a team that's been solid all year. Team is playing well right now. Got a big game against Kansas. I expect them to win that, though Kansas is playing better. I like the Longhorns.
Well, the bottom line is that as Hashad steals the basketball and banks one off the glass over Ben Luber, just his 3rd and 4th point of the game.
Hashad out.
You don't have to apologize to anybody about picking anybody, for that matter, though.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. We'll talk about it more when it's over.
Exactly.
We'll see how right I am, huh? We said Northwestern, don't relax on them because they're really starting to turn up the pressure, pulling their defense out farther away, taking some of those passing lanes away, find themselves down just 7 points now with the momentum. A moment ago, it looked like they were going to get blown out.
To wit, they brought Geary Claxton, their best defender, back into the ball game. McSweeney will take a seat. Not just their best defender, but their most dynamic offensive player. Hashad takes a seat. Northwestern back to within 7. 10:26 remaining here in the game. Both teams looking for their 6th conference win of the season. Travis to the hole. He's been quiet.
Oh, man.
Pretty dynamic move by the senior.
And under control. He finished with his offhand, the left hand, and did not pick up a charge.
Difficult for a guy who weighs 250 pounds.
Exactly. Usually when they get it rolling one direction, it stays there. They can't make an adjustment.
Here's Seacat, who had a hot hand earlier, still got it. 4 of 5.
Mike Adamle, check this out. Evan Seacat, now he's a good outside shooter, but he came into this game shooting 16% from 3 land, 4 of 24. But in this game, he is caught fire. Bill Carmody took a chance on pushing that button. It's paying off.
Well, they desperately needed somebody to step up, and it hasn't been Hashad, but Seacat has got them back into this basketball game. Vince Scott, number 52, guilty of the foul. 17 fouls on the Wildcats. Penn State in the bonus. And Corley gets a chance to shoot the second one. Misses it for Claxton there. The grab, the rebound. Leads the Big Ten in offensive rebounds, does Geary Claxton. Now he's got the ball after the pass from Mike Walker. Scott again. Let's take a look now at our Red Lobster nothing but net shot of the game. Evan Seacat, 4 of 5.
These are all big shots, too. Keeping Northwestern with a chance here in this game.
And Geary Claxton gives Penn State an 8-point lead, 51-43. Scott back in the game, so is a shot. Tim Doyle will take a seat for Bill Carmody's Cats. Flaxton with 12 points today. Penn State lead back up to 9. 9:12 remaining. Michael Jenkins joins the shot in the Northwestern backcourt. Here's Seacat again from long range. That time Mike Walker had a hand in his face. A shot looking for the basketball because he's got a mismatch on Ben Luber. Zick kicks it back out to Vukasic. Michael Jenkins had a look, decided better of it, and threw the ball away. Vukasic on the line, basketball, Penn State.
You know, the problem with Jenkins in this game, when he does get that penetration, they're not playing him for the shot. They're playing him for the pass.
14th turnover for Northwestern, and Jenkins goes back to the bench. Doyle comes in. Tim Doyle, this junior from Merrick, New York. Averaging 12.3 turnovers a game. They've gone past that mark. And it's not so much the Northwestern's Wildcats sloppiness with the basketball, just good Penn State defense, lockdown defense. Here's Mike Walker for 3.
That's great ball movement. And you know where it started? Over in the far corner with Travis Parker. He drew 2 defenders, kicked it over to Ben Luber, who made the touch pass over to Walker, got him a great look.
Basketball that we don't see.
Yep.
Here's Vukasic trying to get the Cats or keep the Cats in the game. We're down to the 8-minute mark right now. Walker again. Mike Walker, the sophomore from Lewisberry, Pennsylvania, leads the team with 37 trays for the season, and he has given Penn State a 58-43 lead.
They fire the coals with precision, mixing sauces, marinades, and rubs in secrecy. They are barbecue fanatics in search of perfect taste. But perhaps starting with better pork is the real secret. Cargill worked with customers to create more marbled cuts of pork. With special feeds and selection techniques, we achieved the tenderness people craved and a taste as classic as those who cook it. This is how Cargill works with customers.
If you're looking for answers from an auto parts store, get ready. Advance Auto Parts is working harder to help you save money by doing it yourself. Get ready for certified experts who are ready to help. Get ready for answers on any project you can easily understand. Get ready for in-depth information from Advanced TV, our exclusive in-store how-to network. Get ready to go from no way to know how. For all the advice you'll ever need, the first place to go is Advanced Auto Parts.
We're ready in advance. Buy one, get 2. Only at the Kia store. With 3 locations and 3 times the inventory. Only the Kia store can offer you buy one, get 2. You heard right. Buy a new Sedona and get a new Sportage EX. That's a van and an SUV with 10-year, 100,000-mile warranties for one low price. Plus, with your pay stub and $100, you can be approved. Buy one vehicle, get 2 vehicles. All for one low price. It won't happen twice. Get more at the Kia store.
At Safe Auto, low monthly payments put car insurance within reach.
She lives paycheck to paycheck and can't pay all at once. So I told her the 3 magic words. Low monthly payments.
Minimum coverage you need, payments that fit your lifestyle.
He doesn't have a lot of savings that he can draw from, but with Safe Auto's low monthly payments, it's no problem.
Do you need affordable minimum coverage? Then you need Safe Auto.
1-800-SAFE-AUTO. Safe Auto.
What was once a 7-point Penn State lead just moments ago has increased to 15, and you can credit the little big men. Watch Ben Luber, 6 feet tall, grab the rebound, grab his ankle, and to deliver it to Mike Walker.
Well, when are 3-point shooters most dangerous? Off dribble penetration kickouts, after offensive rebounds on the kickout, and in transition. You cannot lose Walker in transition. He's too good of an outside shooter.
Northwestern taking on Penn State in the Nittany Lions' final regular season home game. Mike Adamle alongside Greg Kelser here. 7:57 remaining to go in the game. Penn State well over their season mark at three-point shooting thanks to Mike Walker. Evan Seacat getting trapped and finally finding Doyle. Here's Seacat. That one was for three, and now I believe he's 5 of 6. He might have twisted his ankle, fallen out of bounds on that last shot.
Along with Vukovic, Seacat is Northwestern's leading scorer with 15 points. That's how good he's been off of Bill Carmody's bench.
And all of them trades.
Yep. They're going to have to get some stops down on this, and more importantly, they're going to come away with some defensive rebounds.
And Penn State more than happy to eat clock.
Yep.
Jamel Cornley over Doyle. Short of the mark, rebound, Bogatic.
Little things. A moment ago, they had it to within 7. What started this slide? They failed to get a defensive rebound off of a missed free throw. Remember, Claxton got that.
Here's Bogatic. Turnaround jump shot. That one almost jammed back home by Gary Claxton. Here's Doyle coming back the other way for NU. Inside to a shot. Oh, what an athletic block by Claxton. Gary Claxton from behind, and that's what happens. What a turnaround. What a swing. Gary Claxton with the block, the dynamic block at one end, and then Walker coming back the other way.
Cooper Tire is proud to be the official tire of the Big Ten Conference. Cooper Tires, don't give up a thing.
Why are we wearing these outfits? I thought we should practice our Irish step dancing to celebrate the St. Patrick's Day season. We're cooking now. Maybe all we need for St. Patrick's Day is our Guinness.
Ouch! All we need is Guinness. Brilliant! Brilliant!
Enjoy Guinness Draft responsibly during the St. Patrick's Day season.
I joined the Navy because I had a plan. I wanted to work for myself.
The Navy taught me the discipline I needed to achieve that goal.
It gave me the strength, body, and mind.
And the knowledge to get ahead.
It was the building block for my success. Today, I own my own business.
The Navy gave me more than just a strong foundation.
It gave me the courage I needed to find the person in me.
Navy, accelerate your life.
When agility gets down with utility, it's worth a closer look. Torrent, a new crossover from Pontiac, designed for action.
Today's game is brought to you by the best seats for every event. No tickets required. It only happens in one place, only Vegas. The Penn State Nittany Lions looking for their 6th conference win of the year, leading Northwestern 60-46. They are currently in the midst of an 11-3 run.
Things can change so quickly in this game. A moment ago, you had Hashad attempting a layup that would have brought them to within 10, given them momentum. But that tremendous block by Claxton and the ensuing three-point opportunity puts Penn State back up comfortably.
Walker makes it, and it's 61-46 Nittany Lions. A 12-3 Penn State run now. Vukovic and Seacat tied for, I High scoring honors for the Wildcats. Seacat tried to change it there, but his three-point shot off the back of the iron. Penn State quick in transition. Claxton with the short jump shot.
This is a team that's just getting better and better,
Aren't they? Yeah, I've seen them. We've both seen them at various junctures of this season. And with every game, they're a little bit better. You're exactly right, Greg.
Yep.
Doyle getting triple teamed. Vukasic can't find the range from three-point land. Claxton and Parker both with 14 points. But everybody doing a job. This has been a team effort today.
Oh, no question about it. You know, I have seen Penn State this year lose a game to Iowa here in this arena that they had a good chance to win, to Ohio State here that they had a good chance to win, on the road at Michigan State had a good chance to win. But they're putting it together now, and I think all of that helped them finally get over the hump at Illinois and snap that long winning streak in that building.
One of the things that Ed DeChellis has tried to impress among his troops, here's a shot with the left hand. That's what he hasn't done enough of today.
Hasn't been available.
But Ed DeChellis has gotten his guys to play hard for all 40 minutes. I did the upset of the year in the Big Ten. The victory over Illinois, snapping the 33-game home court winning streak. They never gave up. They fell off. Illinois made a lot of runs at them, but they never gave up. They played all 40 minutes. Here's Luber. Above the rim that grabbed that offensive rebound.
And he's a freshman, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get that point out there.
Your freshman of the year, my freshman of the year, everybody's freshman of the year in the Big Ten. Here's the shot for three. And Corley again, skying for the rebound.
No, but you know, as you were saying, you get all those close misses, then you finally get something to happen and you get your win. You're starting to reap the benefits of all of your hard work. I mean, they're really playing good basketball. I see them in the postseason.
Boy, he's something special. Northwestern forced to call a timeout. Jamel Corley showing off what he's got.
It's as if he has worn them down. They have been banging on Corley. They have been holding him under his average for most of this game. But, hey, he has been equal to the challenge late, and he is really starting to surface now.
Greg, we talked about Northwestern's tournament resume. Here's Penn State. If they win today, and it looks like they will, their overall record, 14-12. Key wins. We mentioned what happened at Illinois and beating Indiana here. And that Illinois win was probably the biggest of all, snapping the 33-game home winning streak. Rich McBride's three-pointer at the end was ruled after the clock. They shut down D. Brown. This went in, but after the buzzer it sounded. After the clock read 0-0-0, and you can see the scoreboard light up. 66-65 Penn State. No one will ever forget that. And in the case of every rebuilding project, there's always a signature win that coaches can go back to and said, you know what, that's where we turned it around.
Yeah. If they can, end up winning this game, this will ensure Penn State a winning record for the season. And no one would have predicted that at the beginning.
67-48, Northwestern losing to Penn State. Back with the final 3:43 after this.
Right now at Red Lobster, choose your two favorites from 5 of our most irresistible jumbo shrimp dishes, like Jumbo Scampi, hand-breaded crunch fried, or our new decadent lobster and crab stuffed shrimp. That's Jumbo Shrimp, only at Red Lobster.
Okay, keep your eye on the road. Put it in second. Whoa. Okay, you can do this. I know you can do this.
A lot of life happens in your car. That's why Conoco and Phillips 66 quality ProClean gasolines help clean your engine as you drive, so you can focus on more important things. Life happens between empty and full. Conoco and Phillips 66, recognized as top tier by leading automakers.
agility gets down with utility, it's worth a closer look. Torrent, a new crossover from Pontiac, designed for action.
Who's the most convenient bank in America? U.S. Bank. The one with full-service branches in more states, more ATMs in more convenient places, and more 24-hour banking options, both over the phone and online at usbank.com. Best of all, everything we do is backed by our one-of-a-kind 5-star service guarantee. U.S. Bank is proud to be the official bank of the Pac-10 and the official bank of the Big Ten.
Right now at Red Lobster, choose your 2 favorites from 5 of our most irresistible jumbo shrimp dishes, like Jumbo Scampi, hand-breaded Crunch Fried, or our new decadent lobster and crab stuffed shrimp. That's Jumbo Shrimp, only at Red Lobster.
Today's Big Ten game has been brought to you by Pontiac, official performance machines of the NCAA. Guinness Draft Stout. Drink responsibly. Brilliant. And by Jordan. Let your game speak.
The Bryce Jordan Center on the campus of Penn State University. And the fans have a good reason to toot their horn. Their Penn State Nittany Lions about to win their 6th Big Ten Conference game of the year against Northwestern. Mike Walker has been part of the factor with his 3-point shooting, but Travis Parker with 14, Gary Claxton with 14. They've led the way. They have dominated both offensively and defensively. Block, a definite ally of the Penn State Nittany Lions. But Gary Claxton guilty of the travel. Ed DeChellis doesn't understand it. He didn't see it. Sterling Williams, number 32, now in the game for Northwestern. One last gasp here. Seacat's the guy who got them back into the game with 5 for 6 shooting from 3-point range. They're going to need to nail about 3 of those in a row just to get back in this thing quickly.
And I think they're going to have to figure out a way to do it efficiently. They can ill afford to continue to be deliberate.
Here's Seacat, a fall-away 3-pointer with Cornley in his face. 6 of 7. This guy's on fire.
And you got to pressure up now, because don't look for Penn State to come down rushing shots. They're going to take time off the clock.
We're under the 3-minute mark now.
It's the best I've ever seen Evan Seacat play, by the way.
6 of... Parker, Luber thought about the 3, just saw Claxton open. Sterling Williams, nice defense on him. Here comes the Cats. Penn State wanted to travel. Doyle with that. He's a left-hander, and he makes no bones about it, even if he's coming in from the right side. 67-53.
Got to continue to pressure. Nice job last time, not allowing a shot from Penn State.
But they may have dug themselves too deep a hole.
Very deep. Now you don't want to foul. You've committed to stopping them on this possession. You do not want to foul now.
Luber, Cornley.
No chance there.
No chance to guard him. Now at Red Lobster, choose 2 of our biggest and best jumbo shrimp dishes, including our new lobster and crab stuffed jumbo shrimp. Cornley is jumbo, nothing shrimpy about him or wimpy. Love the way this freshman plays.
He got stronger as the game wore on.
Ed DeChellis has to love what he has seen this afternoon. This team rising to a challenge of a very important game. They've got Iowa left.
Got to go quickly.
Here's Seacat again. He was bound to miss sometime. You live by that sword, you eventually perish by it.
Well, this game was won by Penn State on the defensive end, I think. You know, the fact that they were able to take Northwestern completely out of their offense, holding down Hashad, who came in averaging 20 over his last 3. That's where they got it done. And then finding a great balance on the offensive end.
Under the 1-minute mark. It has been Senior Day, Fan Appreciation Day here at Penn State, and the Nittany Lion basketball team has reciprocated by giving their fans one of their best showings of the year.
They're going to get Travis Parker out and get him another standing ovation.
Let's take a look now at the game-changing performance brought to you by Pontiac, the game-changing performance of number 11, Travis Parker.
Well, you said it best, Mike Adamley. It was a quiet but very impactful, impressive performance here. Parker knocking down those threes, and then this was, for me, the move for Parker.
Yes.
Under control, the big fella, adjusting in midair and kissing it off the window. They've got one more game on the road at Iowa and then to the Big Ten tournament, but it doesn't matter. They're going to end up over 500.
That late steal won't help things at all. Penn State may be a force in the Big Ten tournament. Now the question is, where will they be seated?
Yeah, good point. Now, I wouldn't be dying to play them, that's for sure.
And the fans behind us, the student body, yelling NIT, NIT, NIT. Well, here's our player of the game brought to you by U.S. Bank, and it is